Hello students, good morning and welcome all of you in new session. By the blessings of God, you all are healthy and safe. Guys, this is the first lecture of the fifth semester. The topic of the first lecture is Introduction of Electromagnetic Field Theory. Today in this lecture we will discuss the basics of EMFT and also discuss what is the requirement of this subject to study. We also discuss application of electromagnetic field theory in the real life. Also discuss the university syllabus contents. Guys, all of you have studied the network analysis synthesis in the third semester of BTech Electrical Engineering and BTech Electronics Engineering. Basically, circuit theory is the standard name of network analysis and synthesis. So here we use the circuit theory in place of network analysis and synthesis. Circuit theory is very important subject of electrical engineering branch. Similarly, of the electronics engineering branch. In circuit theory, we deals the analysis of electrical circuit, and engineer can predict the performance or complicated electrical network with the help of circuit theory. Guys, one question is in my mind that circuit theory is capable to solve the electrical circuit. Then what is the requirement of electromagnetic field theory? Basically, circuit theory is used to calculate the voltage and current of the circuit and analysis of the electrical circuit or communication circuit. Then what is the requirement of this? Answer of this question is this: basically there is the certain limitation of the circuit theory. First limitation is Kirchhoff's current and voltage laws fail in most high speed circuits. Second, circuit theory cannot be applied in free space or three-dimensional space circuits. Circuit theory is useful only at low frequencies circuits. Circuit theory is unsuccessful in explaining the radiation of electromagnetic waves into space in radio communication. Circuit theory cannot be used to analyze or design a complete communication system. Example, radio communication system. Although electromagnetic field theory is complex in comparison with the circuit theory, but EMFT is simplified by using appropriate mathematics. This theory, यानी कि EMFT deals with E and H vectors, where circuit theory deals with voltage and currents. Basically, voltage is analogs to the electric field, यानी कि E, and similarly currents is analogs to magnetic field, that means यानी कि H vector. But in the circuit theory we calculate the voltage and current. In the electromagnetic field we calculate E and H vectors. EMFT has following advantages in comparison to circuit theory. First one is it is also applicable in free space and three-dimensional space. It is useful at all frequencies, particularly at high frequencies. The radiation effect can be considered in this subject, and electromagnetic field theory can be used to analyze or design a complete communication system. There are the number of examples like wireless communication system, radio communication system, antenna, generator, motor, microwave, etc. What is the EMFT? I mean, that means what a basic definition of EMFT. The basic definition of EMFT is electromagnetic field theory is a branch of physics or electrical engineering which is used to study the electric and magnetic phenomena. The electric and magnetic are closely related to each other. Guys, according to me, prior to the study of electromagnetics, we must know the concept of field. Thus, field is a function that specifies a quantity everywhere in a region or space. If at each point of a region or space there is a corresponding value of some physical function, then region is called a field. Or maybe define the field as the field is a spatial distribution, a scalar or vector quantities which may not be a function of time. Let us see about the field. First of all, we draw a space. This is a spatial distribution. In this space there is a number of points. Accordingly to the field, if there is a scalar quantity or vector quantity, then it is called as field. But field are two types. First one is if vector field and scalar field. But how to say that this is vector field or scalar field? If the all quantity in this space is vectors, then this is called as vector field. If the all quantity is scalar quantities, then this field is called scalar field. Guys, if the field produced is due to the magnetic effects, then it is called magnetic field. If an electric charge produces a field around the positive or negative charge, it is called electric field. And on the basis of magnetic field and electric field, we can explain the electromagnetic field theory. Basically, we can say the comprehensive study of electric field and magnetic field is called as electromagnetic field theory. The field may be time varying or time independent. Why study electromagnetics? Basically, electromagnetics is all around us. In simple terms, every time we turn a power switch on, every time we press a key on our computer keyboard, or every time we perform a similar action involving an everyday electrical device. So electromagnetics come into play in my real life. It is the foundation for the technologies of electrical engineering, computer engineering, biomedical engineering, power system engineering, agriculture engineering, etc. That we can say that in the whole engineering we use electromagnetics. Without electromagnetics, our life is zero. So electromagnetic field theory is very important for us. However, in the context of engineering education, electromagnetics is a fundamental subject to study the electrical and electronics engineering. Now discuss the applications of EMFT. Basically, guys, here we mention only some limited areas of the EMFT. In the first examples of the first example of EMFT is medicine. In the medicine area, there the various technologies is used like MRI, cardiology and cancer therapy, physiotherapy, etc. And in agriculture engineering, for the agriculture engineering, we use EMFT in remote sensing, imaging, quality sensing and dielectric heating in a pre-harvest or post-harvest environment, sunny pest control of wheat, etc. And in industrial system, there are the number of applications of the EMFT like motors, generator, sensor, actuator devices, transformer, relay, etc. in the magnetic levitation trains. This is the example of the EMFT. EMFT is also used in aviation industries, and EMFT in the there is the domestic applications of the EMFT, like in the kitchen application, kitchen appliances. Kitchen appliances means induction cooker, microwave oven, electric mixer, grinder, bread toaster, etc. Like in the domestic applications, EMFT is also used in security system of the door and fluorescent lamps. And EMFT is also used in communication system like mobile phones, television, radio, stereo system, loudspeaker. So on this limited area of the we can say कि EMFT is very important for us. With in this, if you have the knowledge of EMFT, then you can apply in any area, in any field. If field is medicine, agriculture, industrial system, etc. Without you engineers, every field is nothing. If you do something, then the engineers can develop the machines for the medicine, for the agriculture, industrial system, magnetic and domestic communication system, etc. So your demand is very high. I think so. You can now you are understand that now electromagnetic field theory is applied in the whole area of the world. So this is the most important topic. This is the most important branch. So electrical engineering is very important. But condition is that you have studied in this subject in deeply. If you study this subject only on the basics, you cannot do anything in life. So I request to all of you study this subject in deeply. Now here we classify the electromagnetic field theory. Basically, electromagnetic field we classify in two mode. First one is time constant field and time varying field. Time constant field is defined as electrostatic field, magnetostatic field, static field. Students, now we are exploring the contents of the syllabus which will be covered in this semester. We explore the syllabus unit wise. In the unit first, we will cover first of all introduction of electromagnetic field theory. This is covered today. Application of EMFT. This is covered today. Scalar and vector quantities, vector and scalar field, vector algebra, Cartesian coordinate system. Basically, Cartesian coordinate system are three types: cylindrical coordinate system, spherical coordinate system, and Cartesian. Differential elements in cylindrical coordinate system and relationship between Cartesian and cylindrical coordinate system. Transformation between Cartesian and cylindrical coordinate system and vice versa. Relationship and transformation between the Cartesian and spherical coordinate system. Gradient, divergence, curl and its physical interpretation. Stokes theorem and divergence theorem. Coulomb's law and electric field intensity. Electric field due to finite line of charge. Electric field due to infinite sheet of charge. Work done and energy expended in moving point charge in electric field. Electric potential between 2 points. Also cover concept of flux line and electric field density. Gauss law and its applications. Energy stored and energy density in a static field. So these are the contents of the unit first. Guys, in the unit 2 we will cover uh, conductor properties, potential and electric intensity due to an electric dipole, dielectric and electric field inside a dielectric material, boundary conditions between electric and dielectric conductor, Poisson's and Laplace equation, capacitance of parallel plate and spherical and coaxial capacitor with composite dielectrics, spherical and coaxial capacitors, spherical and coaxial capacitor with composite dielectrics, current density, conduction and convection and displacement current, Ohm's law in point form, and equation of continuity. Guys, in the unit 3rd we will cover the concept of B and H, Biot-Savart law and its applications, Ampere law and its application, magnetic vector and magnetic vector potential, energy stored in magnetic field, magnetic boundary condition, magnetic field intensity due to a straight current carrying filament, magnetic field intensity due to infinite sheet of current and a long current carrying filament, magnetic field intensity due to circular space and solenoid current carrying wire, magnetic flux density and magnetic field intensity. All these points are very important. In the unit 4 we will cover polarization plane and relaxation time, plane wave and uniform plane wave and properties of uniform plane wave in perfect dielectric, solution of uniform plane wave in free space, lossy medium, propagation constant, wave equation in phasor form, Poynting vector and Poynting theorem. Also discuss skin depth, reflection and refraction of plane wave at the interference of non-conducting media. In the last unit, unit 5, we will cover the basics of the transmission line, equation of transmission line and its solution, general solution of transmission line terminated with any load impedance and an input impedance, reflection coefficient, standing wave ratio, impedance matching, Smith chart and its application, rectangular guided waves, cylindrical guided waves. Dear students, in my opinion, all 5 units are very important, and so I request you, please study this subject very sincerely. Dear students, in the next lecture we will study about the vector analysis. Vector analysis is the backbone of electromagnetic field theory. So I request to all of you, don't miss the class. If you miss the class, then you cannot understand these subjects. Thank you, dear students. Today, thank you all.